Welcome to the Craps Journey podcast. This is episode 1, and today I'm going to be introducing myself and letting you know what's coming along the way. First of all, my name is Aaron. I'm from Brisbane, Australia, and I have recently taken up craps as my hobby. And why would you say that I would do that? Well, I've been playing craps since 1992. I was just 18 then, so it's been a while. It's always been my favourite game to play at the casino, and it was just recently when I was at the local casino here in Brisbane, and I was playing with a friend and introducing them to the game of craps, and they walked away with $385 from a 1-hour session, and I came away with $5. The reason why is because I now know that I like to play the dark side and I like to be very, very conservative. So I was not aware of any of these things. I never really learned how to play the game way back then. Fresh out of high school, just going to the casinos with some mates and trying out the different games, and I just knew that craps was my favourite game by far. It had the interactivity, it had the camaraderie, everyone was having a good time, and I could actually get involved in the game. So ever since 92, I've sort of been playing on and off, but not until recently did I get serious about learning about the game. This whole podcast is all about my journey into learning craps, becoming from a novice to hopefully mastery of the game. There are a lot of people online that I never even knew would be the case that are into the game of craps. Everything about craps, from the betting, the management, the strategy, the different ways to control, some would say influence the dice, the different aspects of the game that I never knew was even possible. The only bet that I'd ever made up until just recently, in the last 2 months, was only ever on the don't pass. And that was it. I didn't play any other bets on the whole table. I thought it was beyond me. Even playing for hours and watching people do their thing, I was still only able to muster up enough courage and conviction to bet on the don't pass. So I didn't know any better, and it suited my personality, and it also suited my betting comfort levels. I don't know why. I make quite good money. I don't know why I'm still stuck in the old university days of not having a down-and-out student, not having any money and going to the casino with $50 and then using that $50 to play for a few hours at a time, just playing on the don't pass. So it afforded me to play the game that I loved with very small income, and now I've got a lot more income, and now I actually have a passion now to take it up as a hobby. For me, learning all the different aspects of craps, I thought I'd make a website, and it's called crapsjourney.com. And on that website, I'm documenting everything that I'm consuming and learning, which is a lot at the moment. I'm just devouring everything I can. I'm buying books, I'm reading websites, I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm running simulations with the software that I have. It's called WinCraps, and there's another one out as well that I'll go through in detail in future podcasts. So in essence, this podcast is all about being able to show my learning process as I go through. Hopefully I can help others as I go. I know that learning from all the people and all the authors and all the producers of the videos that are out there at the moment, this is something I'm trying to collate into a learning repository of my journey. For folks out there that already have a lot of craps material, some of the stuff that I cover will be on the basic side, but I'm going to be trying to gather my learning and interview people along the way, both players, authority figures, other people in the industry, authors, so that I can build up as much knowledge as I possibly can so I can become a master of this game. Really love the game, and it's a passion of mine to get a table at home, My wife is keen to get one, so I really think I've got an opportunity to actually make it happen. We both love playing craps. If you read on my website there, we actually spent our honeymoon of our wedding many, many years ago, nearly 18 or 19 years ago. We spent our honeymoon at Jupiter's Casino down the Gold Coast. And she was up in the bedroom, and I actually went down and played craps. And then I came back up and she was asleep. And then I did that for a couple of nights. That was great fun. So, sign of things to come, I would say. Basically, this particular podcast is just an introduction, and we've got a lot of great things coming along the way. First thing, what I want to do on my next podcast is show you how I used to bet, and then that will be a baseline for where I start. And then from there, we'll go through and I'll show you some of the new strategies that I'm picking up along the way, and we'll do some simulations of those. And then hopefully I might be able to wrangle in maybe a couple of authors to have a chat about how they perceive things and what I should be doing, and just really try to get the most out of my journey, and hopefully I can help someone along the way as well, because I'm learning from all of these other great folk who have come before, who have freely given their information out there and written books and produced videos. It's all quality stuff. Some of it you have to sift a bit through. I've seen there are some things there that don't quite make the grade, but overall, everything so far has been pretty good. So I'm trying to document it as best I can, and let's see where we go from here. And just before I sign off and forget, if you're not familiar with podcasts, they can either play on the website or they can be downloaded directly to your phone, iPod, Android device. If you have an iPhone or iPod or any sort of iDevice, iPad, you can download these episodes directly. If you subscribe to iTunes, you can just search in iTunes for Craps Journey. If you have an Android device, you can subscribe by using Stitcher. The links are on the right-hand side of the website, and I'd love to have your company on the way through my craps journey. Thanks very much. See you on the next podcast.